Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in my garage. Big weekend in Australia. Elections are on. I voted probably 2 weeks ago. Get that shit done while I can. Magic round in the NRL has kicked off. I don't know how many games have been played. I don't follow it too much. Big weekend of Aussie rules. But yeah, as you can see down here, most importantly, it's the Queensland Championships. I still haven't got used to that. Yeah, it's a big weekend in Queensland darts. Probably our biggest weekend, I would say. Maybe the Queensland Closed Championships, but I don't think so. I think this is the be-all and end-all. We'll get into it a bit soon. First, we'll cover a few other things. So, Luke Littler has won his 5th nights over in the UK Premier League. It was always going to happen at some point. He will break the record. Not that that record holds too much weight yet, as the record of 4 is, it's only 4 players, so if anyone gets on a roll, they do that. And it's only been going since, 2022, I think this format came in. So it's not even that old. This may be the 3rd or 4th year of it, I think. So yeah, Phil Taylor back in his pomp would have probably won 80% of the nights. He just didn't have the competition. There was, I think that for a while there, across a 3 or 4 year period, James Wade was the only person to beat him more than once. So yeah, he was dominant, and I think he would have won probably, I may sound ridiculous saying it, 10 plus nights under the current format with the competition that was there and the way he was playing. Luke Littler, yes, he's pretty dominant, but he just has the more competition than what Phil Taylor did back then. But we'll always have that same argument of who's the better player and blah, 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 blah. You can't compare, if you like, comparing Sachin Tendulkar to Donald Bradman. It just doesn't work. We haven't heard, so we'll go over the standings there. So I think you can rule out Bunting, Dobie and Cross for making the top 4. I think your top 4 is going to come down to Littler and Humphries will be there. And then it's between Aspinall, Price and Van Gerwen. I think Nathan Aspinall might be the unlucky one. I reckon he'll miss out, but he can definitely get up and running and do the job. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think that'll be your top 4. I think at the moment, Luke Littler probably gets the whole night, the whole Premier League done and dusted. But that's going to be basically every tournament when you look out from a fair way out. I still hope and think Gerwen Price is also going to get it done. I reckon he's a chance. If he gets up and running, I think he can get it done. But so can Luke Humphries. As weird as it is to say, Van Gerwen's probably the one that I sit there and say probably won't win it, which is weird because he's been dominating Premier League since 2013. He just finds a way to get his Premier League done, but I just don't see him having that killer edge right this minute that the others have. Luke Humphries, if he gets on a roll, is unstoppable. Littler is obviously the same. And Gerwen Price, when he gets up and running, can average well over 105 for the night, which is pretty unstoppable as well. Yeah, so we will see what happens there. What we'll do now, give you an update of this Mission dartboard that we purchased. This is as close as I can get out. I'll try and hold it still. I probably haven't rotated it as regularly as I'd like. I don't think it's holding up as well as I'd hoped. Those colours are stunning and look really nice, but yeah, there's a lot of fibres. Sisal coming out almost instantly when I started throwing. My points are a bit crazy looking sometimes, but nothing so weird that I would say would do that sort of damage. You can't really see that very well. I'll put it up against my shirt and see if you can see it. Yeah, so it's a little bit weird, but it's not like full on going to tear your board apart bad. Let's see if we can get a better shot of it somehow. It's not too bad. I love these ones, nice and colourful. Not too long. What I'll show you as well, I'll try and hold it steady, is having a consideration of changing darts. So these are the 2 darts that I'm currently picking between. Very similar darts, very scalloped. One's 21 gram, one's 24 I think. One obviously has 0 grip and one has a fair bit of grip. I think I'll stick with my smoothies. They are what I've thrown my best stuff with towards the end of last year. We'll just have to be patient and hope that I can get somewhere back to my best. Let's put that one back on the board. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I only threw that from a short distance. It's in the one. Alright, so Queensland Championship is being played. It is basically Queensland is split up into 10 zones, and like an area of association. So my Tuesday and Wednesday are both different associations. We fall under the Zone 5 blanket. So each zone has multiple associations. Each association or zone picks 6 men, 6 ladies, and you play off kind of like a night at the darts. So they have 2 games of 3 players, so triples, whatever everyone calls that, and that's 801, 1 leg. You get a point for that, and then there's 3 lots of doubles, 501, best of 3, and then 6 games of singles, 501, best of 3. You get a point for each, so there's 11 points on offer. To have a winner, every zone plays every zone to declare a zone championships. Each zone wins, not each zone. There's a winner of the zone in the men's and the ladies. I don't know if there's a combined to see which one's overall, but the men and the ladies, they separate, they don't play against each other in that. That declares your winner of the zone championships. Then you move on to all the players that are there will play off, I believe, if I'm mistaken, somebody correct me. They all play each other, they group off into groups, you get a board, and the top, I believe, is 12. Then play off from there, they all play each other once. If you're following along with me, let's start that again. After the zone championships, the next day, so starting tomorrow, I think, maybe even tomorrow afternoon. I don't think they'll get, because each zone plays each zone, so that's 9 games. Not sure they'll get all those done in one day. Yeah, so then the men break off, the ladies break off, and they all play a round robin, probably grouped, I believe. I don't think they'll have time to play each other. The top 12 from there, this is where it all gets a bit confusing. I'm not 100% sure whether it's the top 12 based on your average or based on your win-loss. I believe it would be win-loss. Then you all play each other once out of those top 12. Pretty sure it's top 12. That's when then I believe it is based on average for who gets picked to represent Queensland in Australia. We'll come back on Tuesday and we'll confirm all this, because it's super confusing. That's what we're going to talk about in a minute. What I do like is that the players not involved in that, who are all travelled all over Queensland to Inala to play that this year, then playing what's called a restricted singles. So if you didn't make that top 12, you then play a knockout tournament, and there's a restricted singles winner, which is fantastic. I believe my teammate says that he helped to come up with that concept. So fantastic that they get to do that, a restricted singles it's called. So where it gets really confusing, and what's interesting is a lot of players, especially more seasoned dart players, will tell you that averages don't win matches. Averages are a great indicator of who's played well. The majority of the time, the winner probably has the higher average. You do see a lot of occasions where they don't win. That can be blown out by 1 leg or missed darts at a double. Who knows? But a lot of the times, you will see that the high player with the higher average, especially when you go to longer format, higher average will generally be the winner of a game. So I believe the top 8 players or something along those lines are picked for Queensland based on your averages in that last 12 where you play each other. It's not a knockout, it's everyone plays everyone, highest averages get through. Now, to get picked for that, let's start all the way back at each association. So my Tuesday night competition had 9 players play out for the 6 spots. They all played each other once. The highest 6 averages went through to play at the zone playoff. So the Wednesday night comp, we didn't have enough players, so they just went. At the zone playoff, it's win-loss to go through to this next stage. It's based on averages. So you've got associations at average, zone at win-loss, to play each other, to play other zones at just win-loss, to then go to knockout averages, to go play at the top dog one, which is the Australian Championships, which is win-loss. So a bit up and down, all over the place, who knows what's going on. This, though, is definitely a goal of mine to compete in. I think I would easily get through to represent Bundaberg. A lot of the times, Bundaberg is a better competition, I believe, than my Tuesday night Burnett competition. However, there's just not as many people that are willing to give up their weekends to go and compete at things like that. So this year I definitely would have got through if I was available at the Zone Championship, the Zone Playoffs, but I was not. I was in Hawaii. It seems like I go on holidays every time this is on, so I haven't even had a chance to play off for that. Going by all the averages, I think 59 or 58 got through as the final player. In my prime, I'm definitely averaging more than that. Whether I can do that across an entire day, and as I said, I think it's win-loss anyway, but if I'm averaging 60 plus like I normally can, then I would probably get through on that win-loss. So I've just got to be that top 6 to get through. I think I can do it if I focus and practice enough and just let my darts fly, which is something I don't often do. I'm always fiddling and tinkering, and it's freaking annoying. But yeah, Queensland Championships, I think you're going to find Zone 1 will win it. They are incredible. They have a very good side from what I can see. Jordan Mathers I've played him before online. He's a 70 to 80 average kind of guy that can peak even higher. That would be the cousin or nephew, if I'm not mistaken, of Gordon Mathers. They have Raymond and Kai Smith and also Jordan Lacey. So that's a very high quality side. I think they'll win it. Ladies, I think you'll find Zone 8, I believe, or Zone 7. Zone 7 will be very strong. They may get it done. Or Zone 2, I believe, are a very strong side. I'm Zone 5. I'm very already watching and very keen to keep watching Zone 5 go. That's obviously who I've got to take on to join that team. And I get very close to some of them because two of them are from my Tuesday night and Wednesday night comp, so very local to me. Darryl Rowe and Ryan Pinney. If you ever watch this, well done and go hard, boys. Ryan Pinney's a very, very good darts player. He loves to throw for the bullseyes and do all the fun, tricky stuff on the Tuesday, Wednesday night competition because it's all a bit of fun. But when he gets up and going in this competition, last year I watched a lot of his stuff and it was incredible to watch. 180s consistently, tons consistently, 32 out first dart all the time, like not what we're used to seeing from him. So it's awesome to watch when he's focused. Unfortunately, you can only watch through Dart Connect, so if you want to watch, go to Dart Connect. It'd be cool to watch it all in person, but you can't. Online, you can't watch it. I think you probably can go down there, but whether you can see it or not, that is something we will continue to work on to try and cover darts like that, because this is a high quality. I've seen a lot of stuff. First leg, Kai, Raymond and Jordan all together through a 15 dart 801 leg or something like that. Kai pegged 105 first leg of the day, so you consistently see good stuff. I think the people are versing, he's one of the guys out of the three, his first throw was a 180, so you see a lot of high quality stuff, and that's what we want to see. So we need to get the coverage of darts in Australia up and running. Right, we will come back and talk more about who made it through to represent Queensland. Hopefully one of the Zone 5 guys. I think Tyson Hillcoat consistently represents Queensland. He gets his name in there because he's a very good player. Hopefully he gets in there again, and I'll be tipping Ryan Pinney to hopefully be right up there. I think he only just missed out last year, so hopefully those guys can get in. Ryan Pinney and Tyson, that'll be what I'm hoping. And Zone 5, I hope they can go pretty far both in the ladies and the men's and have a podium finish. I reckon Zone 5 finish third in the men's and ladies probably fourth or fifth. Anyway, catch us later. I'm going to have a throw.